Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Woodson again. Um, Hope everybody had a wonderful Memorial Day um, and stayed safe. Um, you know, I want to talk to you guys about a couple of things. Number one, the Biden issue, and number two, the myth about black folk. This I'm not going to say myth, but I'm going to say this urgency to always be studying black folk due to COVID. You know, let's go to the number one issue. Um, Black folk are always targeted for some reason when it comes to everything. I was listening to the radio this weekend, and in the midst of a commercial, the news came on talking about how one in five black folk know someone who died from COVID. And it occurred to me that they didn't say in that same advertisement how many white folk know someone that died from COVID. And I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of white folk that's going to be dying from COVID. Because when I looked at the Northeast region of people at the shore and at these parties and these restaurants up in Maine and all these places, Missouri, Milwaukee, these folk act like there's no damn COVID. Now, if they're worried about, you know, eugenics of themselves, they're creating it. They're the ones going out violating every scientific piece of evidence that says that there's COVID in this environment. I mean, there were thousands, if not millions, of white folk across the Northeast states and Midwest states and Southern states acting a fool on the beach everywhere. Florida was astronomical. And to me, no one mentioned anything about that. Because guess what? There's gonna be fucking numbers is gonna go up on white folk. Because I know a lot of black folks stayed the hell home. One thing about black folk, they not stupid. They might be a little bit impatient, but they not stupid. They want to live. Now, you won't hear nothing about it, but you always hear all this stuff in the news about that. Please dismiss that shit. Dismiss it. Because nobody's asking you questions for their study or asking you, if you had COVID. Nobody's asking that. Where are they getting their fucking information from? Sometimes I think the statistics are just so fucking to draw media attention, to do scare, to pump fear, to do all of that, when they really should be doing it to their own culture, because their own culture is really out of control. They were all out in the fucking public. Even Trump is out there too, with no fucking mask on, nothing. So it's ridiculous. So, anytime you hear a statistic on the television or radio, please pay it no mind. Pay it no mind at all, particularly when they start talking about blacks and never talking about whites. Everybody's in a statistic except white people. Russia's had the highest numbers of death. So globally, if they're talking about reducing black population, they're reducing their own population. So just wanted you guys, I just wanted to put that out there for you guys. Stop believing in this propaganda. It's always about deflection with them. And for some reason, it makes them feel good. But death is upon them, and that's not going to make them feel good at all. So, as we move forward through this pandemic, I wanted to talk to people about there will be jobs that will be lost in this after this pandemic is over because of the enormous fuck up that our country and government has done to the infrastructure and the gradual onset of artificial intelligence. The economy is not thriving at this point. It's an upside down economy. There's no, there's not a market of real skilled labor workers who have been laid off, and we're going to have to find ways to make a living or retool or reschool. But this has been said a long time ago. But because we're such apathetic, mediocre motherfuckers in this country, we always like to be forced to do things. We don't never want to stand up and fight anymore. We just want to wait for shit to happen, because as long as it ain't happening to us, it's okay. And then when it comes around to us, then we want to, holler and scream. But I'm telling you right now, you better start preparing for what's coming, because it's coming. And I'm not just saying that to scare you. You can see it every day. Technology is trying to move in a way where people are going to be out of work. And these companies, greedy, small group of greedy, are going to take this money and continue to think that you're going to consume. But the thing is, the market's not going to really be having a large increase in consumer buying, because people are going to be unemployed. So if they think that they could use artificial intelligence to do things for them to make money, then it's going to be impossible, because nobody's going to be, purchasing like they were in the past. Purchasing power is going to be low, because people are going to be unemployed. People are going to have limited money. People are going to have no jobs. And people might not be skilled enough for the new jobs. And then the jobs that are skillful might be controlled by very few and automation. So I don't know how they expect to earn profits if people aren't spending. So think about that for a minute when you think of everything that they're telling you. They'll scare you, oh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. But hey, if everybody is the fuck unemployed, how's the market going to survive? You can't have everybody, a large majority, 60% of the population, unemployed. Because once you have that, they're only going to buy necessities. They're not going to buy things that are non-necessity. So automobile companies, different manufacturers, they're going to they're going to feel it. Because, see, that's how systems work. You can't, not oil one cog and expect all cogs in the system to run. Once that one cog is dried up and rusty and cracks, the whole system shuts the fuck down. It affects every other part of the system. And this is what they fail to understand. It's not going to work. So their greed is going to lead them to their own self-destruction. And, of course, Mother Nature will take care of itself. But just wanted to throw this thought across to you. Whatever skills you have, begin to start doing those skills, putting those skills, honing those skills, and moving them into a way where you can survive. And for all African Americans, if you have skills, begin to work those skills and put them into place so you can, so we can buy black, bank black, and live black, and support one another. This is crucial out here. And as much people are not talking about it, they're thinking about it. So don't think that this is normal. People think all day long. You walk across 1 million people every day, they're thinking what you're thinking, but they're not saying it. But people are worried. People are worried. And I feel you. And I want to give you some confidence to let you know that it ain't over. It ain't over till the fat lady sing. And, no pun intended, but, you got to start really thinking about how you're going to look at this future ahead of you and how you're going to be able to fit in or work within that system. All right? Hit me below and share share your comments, and share the video.